Hey guys, I'm at the cafe, but this came through. I wanted to share it, and yeah, here we go. I write these down usually and then do a video later sometimes, but I'm feeling called just to share it and not even just kind of drop the middleman of writing stuff down and just sharing it. And yeah, that's where I'm at. It's a nice day out. I love the. It's getting a little chilly. I love the fall vibes coming on, but okay. So we're ascending into higher states of consciousness. We're shifting, yada, 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 yada. You're on a spiritual path. You're expanding your consciousness. And one of the quadrants, if you will, is relationships. Higher frequency relationships and the way that you operate in relationships. So what we're moving towards collectively as a human species and race is this freedom to really do what you want to do and go to what you want to go to and not go what you want to go to. So I don't know if it's going to take, again, the majority of humans like 20 years, 50 years, 100 years, 200 years. I mean, if you go to the grocery store, people are pretty not there yet, which is fine. But what I'm saying is we'll reach a point where, ooh, a little bumblebee. We'll reach a point where if you don't want to go to a party, if you don't want to go to an event, if you don't want to go to something, someone invites you, saying that you don't feel like going will be enough. Saying that, oh, maybe he likes my natural cologne. Saying that it doesn't feel in resonance with you will be enough for people. Because what happens right now, a lot of the times, because most people are still pretty unconscious around the trauma that they're holding in their bodies, is if you say no to someone, again, you just don't feel like going, it's not in resonance with you, you don't feel a vibe match with it, you're tired, whatever the reason is. Well, we're gonna reach a point where humans will be able to honor that and just say, okay, cool, and there's not gonna be any negative emotion projected back on you, because now when you do that, for the most part, if you're in conditional relationships, there's going to be an anger or just some kind of negative emotion fling back at you. Well, why can't you go? And you'll see all the person's trauma thrown out back on you, right? Usually you're triggering a part of them that feels unloved, feels whatever. But again, a lot of the times too, the people don't even actually, they rather have you there at the event and kind of be miserable or just kind of not happy. They rather have you there and your energy there than honor you not feeling like you want to go and having you not go. Because one of the hardest truths you have to kind of swallow to step out of unconscious relationships is this idea that they actually don't care. They want you and your energy at the event, but it's really not about you. Because a lot of the times when you say no, they may get angry and defensive and ask you why, but they don't really care about investigating it too much. They don't care about the why, they just want you to go. You guys feel this in your own life? It's not about you, and it's tough. They don't really care about you. It's about having your energy there, so you kind of hold things together with your energy. But again, once people get their trauma triggered and work on their trauma consciously or unconsciously, where this world is headed, there'll be a point where we can honor everyone's free will. There'll be a point where we understand if someone doesn't want to go to an event, again, whether it's with family or a coworker or a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, your church, whatever it is. I don't know why I said church, so random. But we'll get to a point where people can honor that, and they'll understand, oh, this person doesn't want to go. Why would I? Because there's no trauma in their body, they're not going to have any resistance to that person saying no. Because at the end of the day, we're all one, and if you were tired or you didn't really want to go, you would prefer the people who invited you to not care. And again, if we're really stepping into unconditional relationships, which we are, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. You shouldn't have to prove your worth over and over and over again by saying yes to things you don't want to say yes to. You feel me? If there's an actual unconditional loving connection between two people or a group or whatever, there's no needing to prove anything anymore. A lot of relationships aren't meant to last as long as relationships have been lasting, guys. A lot of people hang on to relationships and go to events when they don't want to go to events because they don't want to look at their shame, or the people who are demanding that other people go to the events that they're inviting them to don't want to look at their own issues, you know? Because right now it can be challenging if you're navigating this shift in human consciousness. It doesn't make it easier when people prod you to do things you don't want to do. There's going to be such an effortless freedom and just an effortless ease between people in the future where, again, you can just say no without feeling all this shame, all of this guilt, all of this pressure, all of this weight on you, all this responsibility for other people's feelings. If you've been I used to be a yes man for most of my life. If you're stepping onto this too, you're gonna feel massive amounts of shame at first. Massive amounts of shame, massive amounts of guilt, massive amounts of uncomfortable sensations in your body, massive amounts of, if I don't go to this event, I won't be loved, I won't be provided for, something bad will happen. All this stuff, guys, these are the programs that we're disinstalling from our human collective. Man, just take a moment though. The opportunities and the peace and the true connection and the true unconditional love that's paving way for us in new relationships and in current relationships that want to go on the ride. It's fucking beautiful, guys. So many people are walking around with this idea, this subconscious idea that love is pain, that doing the loving thing is forcing yourself to go somewhere, go to an event, go to a party that you don't want to go to. How fucked up is that? Really, like, breathe with that. Take a few breaths with that. That's not love. That's the opposite of love. But we live in an inverted matrix where love is codependency, love is hate, health is disease, abundance is lack, and suppressing yourself is safe, or is your purpose. It's all backwards. It's all backwards. But I hope this helps. If you're going through similar things, just know that you can say no if you're the person that wants to say no. And if you're the person finding yourself trying to control someone else to go to an event or to a party or to a meeting or whatever, and they don't want to go, it's not for them, ask yourself why. Ask yourself why you're trying so hard to make someone do something they don't want to do. What's being triggered within you that wants to be looked at that actually has nothing to do with that other person, but some kind of insecurity, some kind of trauma, some kind of fear within you. All right, guys, have a lovely Friday. I'll talk to you soon in my next video. Take care. Be gentle with yourself.